Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about the new game that was released. It's going to be released, and that's called Soul Leveling Arise Overdrive. What's the game, you may ask? Well, it's going to be a separate game according to dev notes that we're going to go over in a few, and it's quite close to the original game, but more streamlined and more action focused. What that means is that it's not going to be a gacha game, and it's going to be a regular game. I think you'll have to buy the game to play it. They don't have anything announced yet. The only thing that you can do now is play the demo, which will be some gameplay going over while I talk. You're going to be watching some gameplay from the new demo for Soul Leveling Arise Overdrive. The game is quite close to Soul Leveling Arise. In terms of combat style, you fight the same way, the controls are basically the same, but instead of summoning for your hunters and for your weapons, you will have to clear the story and grind for them. They don't explicitly tell you how to obtain them, they just tell you that you have to grind for the rewards, you have to grind for the hunters and for the weapons. They're going to have a different style of upgrade system. I think they're going to be more closely related to the game, to the anime or manga, but I'm not sure yet. You have to something that's different from Soul Leveling Arise, that when you're fighting inside a dungeon, for the story you actually have to farm the crystals that you will see after you complete some of the dungeons. So instead of doing the gates on Soul Leveling Arise, in Overdrive you're going to actually destroy the crystals to carry with you for, I guess, when you improve your weapons and your hunters. I don't know if that's going to be the case. There's nothing that much. There's not that much that they go over, and it's still a demo, so it's a sneak peek for the game and not the actual game, so it's going to be quite different from the final result, so don't expect there to be too much in depth yet. But something that's actually different from Soul Leveling Arise is that you don't have a timer when you fight, so you can fight the boss with a lower power that will eventually kill it, even though you might not deal that much damage because of the fact that there's no timer. Since it's not a gacha game, they don't need to put timers on the bosses, so you don't have to worry about not dealing enough damage to defeat the boss on time. You will just have to fight the boss, learn its mechanics, learn how to dodge the attacks, and just kill him whenever you can. Which is more close to a Souls-like game than Soul Leveling Arise is, because of the fact that you have no timer in comparison. Something that's different, at least for now, is that if you have seen trailers and pictures, there's a new form for Sung Jinwoo. We don't really know if that's the end model, but it's the one they're showing for now, and it's their version of the Monarch transformation. It's how they envision Sung Jinwoo as the Shadow Monarch. And if you fight with Sung Jinwoo, there's going to be a special meter called the EX meter, I guess, and once you fill it up, you can transform into the Shadow Monarch, the Shadow Monarch's version of Sung Jinwoo, and you'll have different abilities, and you will fight as in that version until the meter runs down, or use your ultimate ability. If you use your ultimate ability early, you will instantly leave the Monarch transformation, so try to hold on to use your ultimate until the end. You will see in the fights I will transform into the Shadow Monarch and use my abilities, and when the timer is almost running out I will use the ultimate. And that's what we have different for now. The keys are practically the same, the skills will be closely related, the gameplay feels the same, but there's also a new addition. Since it's not going to be a gacha style game and it's going to be only for PC and consoles, since it's going to be a different game and a more action focused game, you will have a parry ability and a guard ability, which means that you can block your opponent's attacks, and if you successfully block, you will parry. I haven't seen that yet because I just played a bit of the game, so I could get an understanding of the game to talk to you guys and explain the game for you while it's still new and an upcoming game. Everyone is excited for this new game. Some are concerned about what it means for Solo Leveling Arise now that they're making a new game instead of a game mode inside the game. So how about we just see what the dev notes have to say. So greetings hunters, this is Jin Seong-gun, the executive producer of Leveling Arise. Today I'd like to share what's Leveling Arise, Missile development team, and explain why it's time to develop the PC console expansion, so Leveling Arise Overdrive. So Arise is Solo Leveling Arise and Overdrive is Solo Leveling Arise Overdrive. Our team's primary goal was for Arise to become a flagship title, and because of that, there's going to be some limitations to the precision of action controls. Since it's a gacha game, it was harder to make the action-focused game and control focused because of the fact that it's a mobile game and not just a console and PC like Overdrive will be. They don't have auto battle, you have to actually play, and you will have a co-op mode for you and three other people to play. So the Overdrive shares same roots as the original Arise, but it's being developed as a standalone package title to offer an extreme action play experience for PC and console platforms. As I mentioned, it's just an action game, fully action. You don't have you have the story, of course, and then you just fight. There's no timers, there's nothing like that, there's no autoplay, there's no gacha, you fight, you improve, and then you try to beat your opponents without dying. And they would like to, and they're saying that we understand that Arise players might have concerns because of Overdrive, and therefore they would like to take the opportunity to emphasize what's most important above all else. Development of Overdrive will never lead to a reduction in development resources or a decline in service quality for the currently services Arise. These two games pursue distant goals. Overdrive focuses on delivering a fun package game where players can enjoy a short but intense burst of action along with a complete self-contained story. So it's a game that will have a specific story. At least they're not mentioning that they will add any new story. Maybe they're going to have DLCs for the game eventually, where you will have more story. But for now, it's just that predetermined story. You will do that, and then you can have the co-op environment. To fully showcase this experience, we've constructed the game so that hunters and weapons are not obtained through summoning, no gacha, but instead through repeated gameplay and accumulated play points. We also aim to implement a streamlined and simplified growth system. On the other hand, Arise will continue as it has until now, to grow as a live service game through ongoing communication and updates with our hunters. So they're saying that Arise will continue as a live service game, since it's a gacha game. You're constantly getting updates, new hunters, new events, some game modes, and while Overdrive will be a self-contained game, you will buy it, probably you'll have to buy the game, it's not going to be free. Since there's no gacha, you will have to purchase the game to actually support the devs. And we'll draw the story, it's just the story that they have, fight the bosses, it's probably going to be the start of the story until a certain point. We don't know which point yet, but it's when they decide it's enough for now. And then they will probably have DLCs with new content for you guys to play eventually. But it's going to be a limited game in terms of content, but we'll have a co-op game that will be basically infinite content, I believe. Not sure how they're going to make the PvP not boring or not repetitive, but let's wait and see what they come up with. While Arise being a gacha game will continuously be supported. That's pretty much it for the dev notes and for the new game. I hope you enjoyed. I don't know if you guys are interested in playing the new game, but if you are, just like me, then expect to see some videos on the game when it launches. We don't know yet when the game will come to fruition. There's no release date, I believe. I have to confirm that, but once the game is out, I'll buy it and play the game for you guys to enjoy the videos and for you guys to play along with me. That's it for today's video. If you like, please leave a like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!